Peace education. Education is the key to uniting nations, bringing human beings closely together. In many parts of the world, civil society suffers because of situations of violent conflicts and war. It is important to recognize the crucial role of education in contributing to building a culture of peace and condemning instances in which education is undermined in order to attack democracy and tolerance. Peace education can be delivered to people of all ages, in both formal and informal settings. Programs exist at local, national, and international levels, and in times of peace, conflict, and post-conflict. Peace education is integrated comprehensive education focusing on life skills governing human rights, democracy, international understanding, tolerance, nonviolence, multiculturalism, and all other values conveyed through the school curriculum. Here are some Philippine government organizations that develops peace education. Center for Peace Education. The Center for Peace Education's mission is to help advance a culture of peace through education. A culture of peace is a set of values, modes of behavior and ways of life that reflects respect for life and for human dignity, rejects violence in all its forms, prevents violent conflicts by tackling their root causes, and recognizes the importance of cooperation, tolerance and dialogue.
Susila. Susila is a dialogue movement promoting deeper understanding and better relations between Muslims and Christians, and together, with people of other living faiths.
Peace Advocates Zamboanga Foundation Incorporated. Peace Advocates Zamboanga Foundation Incorporated is a Catholic organization whose objective is the promotion of peace by strengthening good relations among Muslims and Christians, and all other people. It is open to work in solidarity with Muslims and other non-Catholic groups in the pursuit of peace in Zamboanga and the region.
Catholic Relief Services. Although many positive changes have occurred in the Philippines over the last few decades, two constants do remain: conflict and poverty. Catholic Relief Services combats both problems by working with a network of church partners, non-governmental organizations and government agencies to implement programs in peacebuilding, health and microfinance.
Mindanao Peace Weavers. Mindanao Peace Weavers is a convergence of peace advocates advancing a peaceful resolution of the conflict in Mindanao. Community and Family Services International. Community and Family Services International, CFSI, is assisting thousands of Filipinos displaced by armed conflict in Mindanao rebuild their lives through two grants from the Post-Conflict Fund, PCF, of the World Bank.
And now, peace education travels around the world.
Education International is a democratic organization which is governed by a World Congress. Any national organization composed predominantly of teachers and/or education employees may belong. It is based in Brussels, Belgium. Currently it has 401 member organizations in 172 countries and territories, representing over 30 million education personnel from preschool to university. This makes it the world's largest sectorial global union federation. In its constitution and resolutions, EI committed itself firmly to international peace activities linked to education promoting human rights and democracy and encouraging international understanding and solidarity. EI member organizations pledge to promote education for peace and intercultural learning as the best antidote to racist and fundamentalist phenomena in order to prevent social conflict and the recourse to social violence. EI's policy is essentially shaped by the various resolutions passed by the consecutive World Congresses since 1995. These resolutions focus on the role of education for international understanding and cooperation and education regarding human rights. Here are the EI's World Congress that happened over the past years. 1993, Founding Congress. (1995) First World Congress. Resolution on Racism. 1998. Second World Congress. Resolution on Children and War. Resolution on Peace Education for Disarmament. Resolution on the Elimination of Nuclear Arms. 2001. Third World Congress. Resolution on the revision of the distortion of history in Japanese textbooks. 2004, Fourth World Congress. Resolution on the role of the UN in the current international context. Resolution on Education for Peace. Resolution on Education for a Peaceful Environment in Schools.
(2007) Fifth World Congress. Resolution on United for Greater Social Justice. Resolution on Peace and an End to Violence.
2011. Sixth World Congress. Declaration on Schools as Safe Sanctuaries. From Berlin to New York. The World Organization for Peace is a non-profit institution, and its function will be to preserve human life on the planet and outside of it. This worldwide organization, WOFPOMPP, will conform to the guidelines of the United Nations, which is the ruling parent organization that, together with the countries which are members, determines and proposes the destinies of our humanity. The WOFPOMPP will have as its key purpose a proposal of a ceasefire on the entire planet, and at the same time promote a peaceful dialogue within endless paths, in order to ensure a culture of lasting peace and contentment for all. The historical foundations of mankind have been built on constant wars and unjust confrontations that only have made us lose an incalculable number of innocent lives up to date. For this reason, the organization is asking for the elimination of all nuclear armaments as well as other types of weapons. The WOFP will fight worldwide for human dignity, its healthy existence and fair rights, for a ceasefire in all their forms. At the same time, this organization will fight against anything that threatens the health or mankind's life. What is the Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement? The Enhanced Defense Cooperation Agreement is an agreement between the United States and the Philippines, intended to bolster the U.S.-Philippine alliance. Agreement allows the United States to rotate troops into the Philippines for extended stays and allows the U.S. to build and operate facilities on Philippine bases, for both American and Philippine forces. What purpose does the EDCA serve? EDCA increases the interoperability of our armed forces and contribute to modernization and improve our joint capacity to respond to humanitarian emergencies. The EDCA is designed to promote the following between the Philippines and its defense treaty ally, the United States: interoperability, capacity building towards AFP modernization, strengthening AFP for external defense, maritime security, maritime domain awareness, humanitarian assistance and disaster response, HADR. The agreement was signed by Philippine Defense Secretary Voltaire Gazman and U.S. Ambassador to the Philippines Philip Goldberg in Manila on April 28, 2014. On January 12, 2016, the Philippine Supreme Court upheld the agreement's constitutionality in a 10-4 vote. On July 26, 2016, the Philippine Supreme Court ruled with finality that the agreement is constitutional. According to Ambassador Goldberg, the goal of the EDCA is to promote peace and security in the region. While outlining new defense cooperation measures, the agreement also allows for the United States to respond more quickly to environmental and humanitarian disasters in the region. There is no direct connection regarding EDCA towards the development of peace education in the Philippines. However, its landmark and defining feature is to develop our national security and defense mechanisms in order to protect the environment, human health and safety, and national interest in accordance to the provisions of the Philippine Constitution. Hence, supporting the peace education programs in the country which are centered to conflict resolution and harmonious living with oneself, with others, and with natural environment.